welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and as you can see, I've got the template lined up with a pattern that is pattern 15103 on friendshipbracelets.net. And yeah, this is kind of fun. It's a little bit repetitive. It's a little bit different. So my idea is I want to double it, but I want this basic pattern going up the middle. But I am kind of at a loss as to, oh, I see. Okay. I see what I need to do. I need to bring this center line down one space so that way we can put this kind of bit in the middle. Let me double check. We got our paint tool. All right, so we're going to use a different color than this orange and blue. I don't know why, but I just not feeling it here today. So this is going to be that little diamondy thing here. And then it comes out. Let's see, from here, 1, 2. Okay, maybe not that far. And the second color, let's go with like a much darker green. So there's one here and there's one here. So 1, 2, 3, right, back, and back, like that. Actually, for now, we'll just try on both sides. But because we're going to have all the symmetry, I'll be able to just do 1/4. But this is just to kind of make sure that I've got the idea of the pattern properly in my head here. So there's the second time it happened. And then the darks are like this. Now, outside of it, we have these things going back, right? There's this right here and this right here. Right, so that's kind of like, well, it's actually, no, it's only two, isn't it? It's this center, we see this other bit. So we can do this to it. Right. And these two are here. And then it does this again. Right. And then this is a dark. This should be dark. We're basically using what we see on the edges over here to try to map it out. It's not necessary because it wasn't really part of the original pattern, but I think it'll actually make it a little bit more interesting. So that kind of is enough for me to think, let's do it. Ooh, so this is cool. Kind of ends on that same note. So now over here, we've got this and single, and then this again, and single. I guess it goes 2 over that way. So now this is our mirror on the other side. This is where it comes in 1. So this is going to be lovely for a little 2-pattern bracelet. This is going to be very interesting. At least I think. All right. So the question is, how many of which colors do we need? Well, we know that this one will pretty much just be one strand that goes through, kind of zigzags through it all. So let's just do that to start with. There's a chance that these will even out, but yeah, I kind of just want to see how it works, what we need, and then maybe figure out the best place of putting in another string. Obviously, this strand here pretty much was doing that all the way down. So that could be a problem, right? We can run out of the string. So do the same thing for the other side. Trying to decide like which way is like that makes the most sense, like staying to the outside or coming in. That can be really either way. It can work. Sometimes it comes down to what's easiest. If it was just one, and you know, it came back in, I would be really have preferred that, but it's okay. So this one, it's here. Here, I imagine this has got 2 strings. All right. And there's the 3rd one there. Isn't exactly what I expected, but it seems to be all right. At this point, I'm really not quite sure. Yeah. But you kind of need all 3 of them for the bright greens don't cross each other at all. So the downside of that is obviously we can use the light green as our one other strand to kind of just balance out when we're cutting our cloths that we don't have to do anything. But it'll make it so the outer part has something to exchange with. But this inner string in here, it won't help at all. Which is kind of unfortunate. It's good for this side. I'm not even sure this side quite gets nearly as many knots. But that's kind of how it goes sometimes when you're designing. You kind of have to take these various parts and sort of just roll with the punches. But there we go. So we got 3 light and 3 dark. All right, so now all I need to do is get my select tool over here and select this whole top right area. Copy and paste that. Over to my flip tool and use the guideline to flip that over. Get back to my select tool that allow me to anchor it and then pick up the whole top area. Control C, Control V. Once again, flipping it. And oh, no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this. We can take away our sample and take a look at our bracelet. And you can see what was just a simple little pattern with the 2 little dots occurring has turned into something quite a bit more complex. But I don't think it's going to be that much more difficult to actually make. There's a bit of zigzagging going on, and these inner ones will get used a bit more. But other than that, I don't think this will be a bad pattern. So yeah, I look forward to making it. I do want to thank my Patreon supporters, my YouTube members for making this possible, because without their help, yeah, I wouldn't be able to make nearly as much stuff, and I don't think we'd have much of a channel if I wasn't making things. So thank you guys very, very much. I will be back tomorrow, and I will let you know how it goes. So yeah, thank you for watching, and as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.